Hello, Anna. It's wonderful to meet you here. We're going to talk together in light of the 40th anniversary of Intact Academy. So we've been training up coaches, consultants, and leaders for a long time now, and all our programs are EMCC accredited, which I also want to celebrate. And to do that, I'm talking to my friends, colleagues, respected people about change because it's something that fascinates all of us. But before we start, perhaps it would be good if you introduced yourself to those who don't know you.
Thank you very much also for the invitation. I really appreciate it. I'm Anna Kaposvari. I'm born Hungarian. I'm working as head of HR currently at a German agricultural company in Hungary, responsible for nearly 1,000 people. Before that, I was working also in Hungary for a different German company working in the construction industry, responsible for 1,200 people. And yeah, before that, I was working at different universities in Hungary and in Vienna. And before that, I was all the time in business. And this is, yeah, for the last 15 years, my new way of coping with the world and the change inside of HR.
Wow. Yes, you're a very, very experienced change management person and HR manager. And I guess one of the things that's on my mind is also given the world today, is change actually possible? What did you believe in change?
I certainly believe in change. One of the persons who is driving change always. I'm from my personality, you know it because we worked quite a lot together. I'm the one who is always asking for trouble, how my husband tells me always. But it means that I'm proactively asking quite often provocative questions, which are directing the company or the situation into the direction of change, because I believe in change. We need it.
Yeah. And you think it's possible as well?
It is possible. The question is how hard it is, because it depends on the company culture and on the people, on personalities whom you are working with. And with some of them, it's easy peasy, and with some of them, you have the trouble. That's it. But you should not marry all of your colleagues, so you can always think about it, and then it makes your life easier.
Yes. So are you saying that the possibility of organizational change really depends on the personality of the managers or the competency of individual managers?
I think competencies are playing a very important role. It's not enough if somebody is a good person. It does not help. I know quite a lot of leaders who are very nice people. I like them. They are very good people, but they don't fit to the change culture. And then it means that when the time of change is coming, they fail.
Yes. So what kind of things do they need to have to be able to be good change managers?
I think proactivity is very important. Awareness, that you are aware of the situation, that now is the time to change. Everything what we have done so far, it's okay, but if we want to grow, if we want to get a bigger, better, nicer company, organization, then we need the change, and you have to be aware of the situation. And for that, you need also self-reflection, which in some of the cases is not so easy. And if the leaders have the mindset that they are not afraid of change, they see an opportunity, a positive outcome in the change, then I think we have a good chance that we can do a change together.
Yeah, there's something about being proactive and really in touch with the market, or there's something in the air that you know a change is necessary. But for that, you need leaders who aren't only looking inside, they have to be looking outside as well. And there's not many people who do inside and outside very well at the same time. Yeah.
And not being in your bubble, because some of the people, they are living in their own bubble, and then you can forget, because they, as you told, they don't have contact with the market and the real life.
Mhm. Have you had leaders where you say, oh, that's someone I really respect? They are fantastic at this change business that we're in.
It's a good question. I had somebody when I was very young. It was also a German company. I was the Hungarian representative for this company, which is in the dairy industry. And I learned my lessons very early with this company, because you have a yogurt with a shelf life of 21 days.
Wow.
Then you learn to make decisions.
Okay. That
And
speeds you up.
absolute, because otherwise you just have popping rotten products. So you make decisions very quickly. And I had there a very, very nice person who was my boss. From I learned a lot, and he was always telling me. I was at that time 22, and he told me, "Anna, you make a decision, because a decision which is not perfect is always better than not making the decision. You go ahead, and then perhaps you need some corrective actions, but you go ahead."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a really good pre-time agile leader. Take a
It was
decision.
in the last century.
Yes, absolutely. But then you have leaders who take decisions, and then the trick is, how do you get all these 1,200 in your case people to follow you? Because that's a job in itself.
Yeah, I think one of the skills is to delegate and include the members of your team,
Hmm.
because if you think that you are the wisest man in the room, then you have a problem. The really humble leaders, they know that they need their team, and they are very proud if they have team members who are perhaps better in their fields than the person who is in the leadership position.
Yes, that takes humility. I agree. And we don't always recruit humble leaders. Yeah,
It's not easy.
no, no. No, and I think it takes a lot of repetition as well. It takes including people in the change. So the pre-time of change is often longer than the change itself, I sometimes find. Hmm. Do you have an example of a case where it went really well, where you think, well, I'm really proud of this change initiative because we came to the end?
Yeah, I was working for a Danish company when we changed the Hungarian distributor. The company was working with this distributor for decades. And then I said that if they want to have a change, if they want to have more business, then we have to change a distributor. And this is a very hard decision. So the pre-work was very, very long, because we had to make sure that from Friday to Monday, you change everything in the system with the clients. And it was also dairy products, very short life products, and very big businesses with big international food chain and restaurant chains. And this is not the place where you make mistakes. So The preparation was 11 months. The change was 3 days.
Wow. Yes, that's my experience as well. It takes a long prep time and then the change. Yeah. So there's a lot of people who want to get into the change business in whatever form, coaches, consultants, leaders. You've got so much accumulated wisdom. So what would you say to them if you would give them your top three lessons in change for people who are beginning? What would you say?
Three. I think, I'm in HR, and that's why I'm in HR now, because I have learned in the business that you need good people in your team, and that's why I changed to HR, that I can influence it better. So I think choose your colleagues wisely,
Mm.
with an intention that you have very different skill sets in the team. Whatever comes to you, that you are able to get through it.
Yeah.
The second is trust. Trust your people, trust yourself, and make some actions that this trust is on a very high level constantly. And whenever you feel that something is cracking, act immediately. Don't be afraid. Ask when you have, some feelings which they are influencing the trust. Communicate and go directly into the problem situation if it's needed. And the third is take time for your people and take time for your planning, because especially ambitious people, they tend, based on my experience, to underestimate the time they need for something. And if you are getting into a firefighter modus, then you have a problem, because then we know it from the PCM model that not the nicest part is coming out, perhaps, and then you have a problem.
Yeah.
Are the three ideas.
Yeah, it's interesting all these human characteristics, much more than the technique of change or the theory of change. It's more the relational part where it goes wrong, but also it could go very right. Mm. Thank you very much, Anna. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much.